Enter trainees. In my last vlog, if you were able to watch it, we talked about how to coach our employees to success. And we presented this acronym called R.E.S.U.L.T.S, my self-conceptualized principles in coaching our employees on their work-related issues and challenges. Now, in this video, we're coming back to present to you a second or alternative method of going about it, which we're going to call INSPIRE. And for me, this is a very suitable or fitting acronym for coaching our employees because really, we need to inspire them so they would have the energy and enthusiasm to correct and improve themselves, correct? So without further ado, allow me to share with you the steps involved in INSPIRE and the activities as well that we need to satisfy as we go about each of them. Okay, let's do this. Number one, N of INSPIRE stands for investigate. This is our pre-work ahead of the coaching session. So we investigate about the person in terms of his profile and background, and we also investigate about the matter surrounding the coaching need itself. Now, the activities involved in investigation would be number one, planning. If we fail to plan, we plan to fail. So we need to get ready with all the resources that we need to utilize, material, financial, and even human, so that we can ensure the impactful success of our conversation. Next would be, we need to determine the learning, communicating, and working styles of our coachee. Learning, how does he learn best? Is he more of a visual learner, auditory learner, or a kinesthetic or tactile learner? Communicating, how does this person express himself? And how does this person listen best? That is communicating style. And last but not least would be working style. What is this person's preference every time he is invited to a coaching session? What works for him? Now, we need to know and understand all of these styles so that we can adapt to the person and how he goes about it, and we can be on the same page as this person. And last but not least, as part of our investigation would be, we need to perform a past events analysis. We need to know and understand what had transpired before or prior to the coaching session that led to the coaching session itself. All right? So those are the activities we need to satisfy as part of investigation, as our pre-work before the coaching. Now, during the coaching itself, we need to start it with the next step of INSPIRE, which is shape up. We need to shape up the conversation to be transparent, two-way, and collaborative or cooperative. Now, the activities involved to ensure that that arrangement happens would be number one, we need to set expectations with our coachee. We need to set expectations as far as the rules and regulations of the coaching session are concerned so that we are able to manage smoothly the entire flow of the coaching conversation from start to finish. And secondly, of course, to set the right tone and proper mood of the entire conversation, we need to warm up to the coachee himself. We need to do that by exchanging pleasantries and greetings, and we need to put our coachee in a relaxed situation where he can put his entire trust or respect on us. So these are the things that must happen in Shape Up. The next step of our INSPIRE coaching key steps would be prepare. We need to prepare the person on what lies ahead. So we need to educate the person on the goal and objectives of the coaching session. So goal that we have to attain would be, all right, why are we here? What is this all about? Why are you going to coach me? And of course, the objectives, the how-tos, so that we can accomplish or attain our goal. So the goal and objectives of the coaching session must be explained or relayed thoroughly to the coachee. Okay? So this can be done as well by orienting our coachee on the 5 W's and an H. What are the 5 W's and an H? Who am I going to coach? What am I going to coach the coachee on? Why should I coach the coachee on what I'm going to coach him on? All right? And then how am I going to go about coaching the person on the coaching points as far as the strategies and techniques are concerned. All right? So those are the things that happen in prepare. Now, the next step in our INSPIRE coaching process would be introspect. By definition, when we say introspect, we assess, we review, we study, we look into. Okay? So we should allow our coachee to self-assess or self-review his coaching needs in terms of the past, present, and future. What do I mean by that? Past would be, of course, his performance. All right, whether he's not performing at all or just underperforming, or maybe he's just coming short of job expectations and standards, of course, we have to let the participant or the coachee know, all right, in his introspection. And of course, next would be present. So what is the coachee's current strengths and current weaknesses or areas for improvement that he has to be aware of? And last but not least would be future, all right? What is our coachee's potential or likelihood for optimum improvement, all right? So those are the things we need to allow our coachee to introspect on, or make an introspection on, so that he's able to put his best foot forward in the conversation. And on the other hand, you as the coach should also have your own introspection. So it's basically mutually sharing your introspection of each other. The coachee introspecting himself and you introspecting yourself as well and towards your coachee. Okay? The second to the last step of inspire as our coaching model would be recommend. So here, you're going to exchange ideas on the solutions or alternatives so that you'd be able to work on whatever the gaps are in terms of his performance, knowledge-wise, skills-wise, and attitude-wise. So it's very important here that we listen to the employee or the coachee and how he plans to help himself. And of course, we also need to share what had worked for us before and what our best practices are, that we are sure that if our coachee would apply it, he's going to be able to work or resolve his own issues or challenges at work. Now, if the issue is about skill, then we can do what we call the R's of teaching a skill. We can reveal what the information is, and then afterwards role model it, and then switch places so that we can allow the person to replicate. And then as the person is replicating, we need to review the actual performance, and then if it's done correctly, reward. If it's not done correctly, rectify, and just repeat the process as we go along, okay? So those are the things that happen in recommending. And it's very important that when we're recommending, guys, we always take into account the coachee's buy-in. That's very important, because although we're the coach, everything that happens in the coaching session is for them. They are the beneficiaries, okay? And last but not least would be empower. In empowering as the last step in inspire as a coaching model, we need to do three things, because we need to leave our coachee engaged and empowered that he can do it after he's informed or educated on what he has to do. So there are three things that we need to do here. Number one would be exchanging or sharing of takeaways. So we need to ask our coach on what his takeaways are, and we also need to ask ourselves or share ourselves what are takeaways from the participant as well. Okay? And then the second activity would be commitment. We need to share commitment to each other as well. What do you commit to do for your coachee so that you can help him? And what can the coachee commit to you and to himself as well, because he has to help himself and he has no other choices, okay? And last but not least would be challenges. For the coaching conversation to be successful, you need to challenge each other. Challenge your coachee, and your coachee should also challenge you. It is a relationship between the two of you. It is helping each other. You're both in this together. So those are the activities involved in our last step, empowering. So you have to allow your coachee to leave the coaching session feeling empowered, possessing that can-do attitude, that he's ready, educated, equipped, and engaged to start correcting and improving his performance so that he can move forward with his job in the office, okay? So there you go, guys. This is Inspire, the second way or alternative approach to coaching our employees to success. Investigate, shape up, prepare, introspect, recommend, and empower. So execute this along with results, and I tell you, you're going to be one of the best coaches out there ever. This is Mentor Myron Santana. Always my pleasure to help you towards your way to success. And if you appreciated this valuable content and you want us to help your supervisors and managers be adept with this, then just give my team a call